Hello Tamers, Sidra back in today, and well, I would like to first open up saying, again, apologizing for the delay in getting this video out, as these two were also delayed in getting into my hands due to weather from where I live. And well, that aside, today we'll be cracking into my boxes of Special Booster 2.5 today. And well, going over the set as a whole, I could say without a doubt that this is currently the largest set in the game, as it adds the remaining bigger chunk of BT19 Cross Evolution, which included the Tamers and Cross Wars Mega support, with BT20 Over the X's card pool, with Over the X focusing on Digimon who have played major roles in series such as Chronicles and Seekers, as well as featuring more stuff from the Liberator webcomic and novel. And it ends up shining a spotlight on Digimon Axel as an archetype supporting Chaosmon, since it was a VPET that's closely associated with it and its 3-component Digimon that are mainly known, with Over X shining a spotlight on the Volderarm configuration. And well, before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this around to help with the algorithm. Well, starting us off, going into that first box, and taking out the handy dandy knife, we begin into the, well, damaged one, obviously. Nope. Starting us off. Nope. And let's see what we have inside. And well, weighing us up for box toppers, we end up getting 3 box toppers to work with. Well, starting us off, we end up getting these promo pack, which ends up being 3 copies of alternate cards from this set. And well, for our first one, we end up hitting the new Pinamon egg for the Axel trait Digimon, new Caprimon for the new SPmon Liberator line, and to end it off, you end up getting to see the new BT19 Iron Mako. And following that, we end up getting a update pack that was packaged with Over the X. And well, for our pulls from this one, we get the new Hina Kuriar to support Dragonlings, and following that up, a new Pukumon promo that supports the Deep Sabers archetype. And lastly is something exclusive, well, just like Special Booster 2.0, we end up getting a Lucky Pack that ends up including a SR from this SR higher from the set. And opening it up, and we end up getting, well, for the SR hit from this being the new Rapidmon Ace from BT19. Well, going over it already, it's a level 5 Ace Digimon with Inheritable to grant a Digimon plus 4000 DP, with the on-play and on-digital effect to suspend opposing Digimon or Tamer, and then prevents one of their Digimon or Tamers from unsuspending until the end of their turn, with this pretty much being the weaker SR from the set. Well, as per tradition, starting off with the right, let's get into our first pack. Well, opening up, we end up getting the new Gaussmon as a new support for Blue Flare, a new Impmon who's pretty much more so a very, well, in-between, since it can be played in either Bielzy or Heavy Meldramon, given that it can pretty much cheat out any of your Tamers for free from trash. From there, the new Cubimon, and for first, well, Chronicle hit, I'm getting the new Raptor Digimon related to, well, Coda Demoto from Digimon Chronicles, with this being able to cheat out a Coda name from hand. The new Baby Digimon to support the new Examon line, Meteor Rock Soul for as the option related to the new, well, the Mega exclusive Shaman Time EX Shaman EX6, and then Falcomon representing XL, Last Guardian, the new Royal Knights option that pretty much allow new searching option for the deck, as well as being able to protect your Omni names. From there, we end up hitting the new Virus Pyldramon related to the Virus Imperial Drop from Liberator. Then we end up getting the anime iteration of Kiriha. And for our first rare, we end up hitting the new iteration, the Chronicle Oriumon, who looks pretty stunning with this art. Going over this new Orium, can Digivolve for 3 off of any level 5 red or black for 3 cost. Well, level 5 red or black for 3 cost generically. Is a Piercing Body. Has the on-play when Digivolving to Digivolve 2 when opposing Digimon. But if you Digivolve during an attack, allows one of your Digimon in the breeding area, while in raising, to Digivolve up into level 6 or lower Chronicle trait from hand or trash at paying cost, and has the alternative effect that whenever whenever security stacks removed, it gets to delete the opposing Digimon with the lowest DP, and in fashion, given that it's for the new, well, given its Oryuken support, it has the one attacking effect that if this Digimon is an Oryuken, you get to trash the top of your opponent's security, which is definitely, well, upgrade from the older Oriumon. And following that up, we end up getting our first SR hit in the form of the new iteration of Death Exmon, who in all hindsight is who ends up falling along the lines of less stably. Going over 15 to hard play, or can Digivolve for 5 generically over level 6 purple. Is a Sec 1 reboot and blocker body. It has the alternative effect. When it would leave the battle area, it protects itself by returning 3 Dex or Death X names from trash to bot deck, and has the ability to end of all turns, really, to delete all Digimon with the lowest level. Though this ends up making it a far lesser Death X, since it can delete itself if it's the only thing with the lowest level. Continuing on. Given that Special Booster 2.5 ends up being a BT set, we have 2 alternate hits. Starting us off for our next pack, we end up getting the new Candlemon, new Cordramon, Cordramon Blue really, Crabmon X, Diatrimon, new Monodramon for the Justimon support, new Spiramon, new Growlmon, and then the very sought after BT20 Lugamon, which ends up being a good searcher for, well, the Takemikazushi deck. New Leomon for Axel, new Gil, with this art actually ends up being a callback to the Digimon Battle Spirit game, as you see Kalumon in the back. Following that for the foils here, We end up getting the new Ryo Akiyama from BT19, who ends up having a lot of synergy with the device cards that we've been seeing, as Ryo actually does come from the Battle Spirits games, if I recall, hence the ties to the device options. But yep, with Ryo allowing you to place a device trait from device option from hand to draw one, and by suspending this timer and trashing 4 options with the device trait in the battle area, you're able to cheat out a Cyberdramon from hand or trash without paying cost. And to follow that up, we end up getting the new, blocker Beelzebon, who's pretty much well known, pretty much playable in both BLZ, though more specifically, given stats and how it works, more specifically 7 Great Demon Lord, since it's 11 play cost, and is able to mill a top 2 to then gain blocker until the end of opponent's turn. With it also being able to see for its Ultra's effects, triggering its Ultra's effect really, to then delete a level 5 or lower Digimon since it sees effect stretching cards from your deck. Well, continuing on. We have the new Mel Phantomon, who can Digivolve for 1 over Phantomon. A new Bulkmon with some really cool art. New Bulbmon. Pinamon regular art. The new Pulsemon, who is definitely good support for the Pulsemon deck, all things considered. And also, we end up seeing D-Reaper support. This essentially being the practical field spell option for D-Reaper, D-Reaper Zone. And following that up, we end up getting the new Hover SPmon, Liberator. And, well, this ends up being a little bit obscure for anyone who hasn't seen the Cross Wars manga, but this is the Minamon. And then from there, new iteration of Carriermon, and we end up seeing the new Bancho Leomon for the Axel trade. And from there, going into our foils, with the first hit being the new Jessamon X antibody, which, going over the stats on this one, 12 hard play, and Digivolves for 4, generically off of a level 5 red, or alternatively, for 1 cost off of a Jessamon. It's an Alliance body, and if you Digivolve over a Jessamon or have X antibody in sources, you're able to make one of your Digimon become unaffected by opponent's effects, and then one of your Digimon may attack, barring that it's been on the field or has rush, and has the global effect, global your turn's effect, to make all of your Sistermon names or Royal Nitrate Digimon gain piercing, and the ability to attack on suspended Digimon. And to follow that up, given that this ends up being support for Jessamon GX, it also grants a more wider your turn's effect to grant all of your Digimon as long as all the Digimon the your turn's effect, as long as it's a Jessamon GX name. And well, following that up, and we end up hitting our first alternate art hit in this set, well, in this box, being the new alt for the new Fenrir Lugamon Takemikazuchi Ace, which is 9 to hard play, or Digivolves generically off of, for 6, off of purple or yellow level 6. Can DNA off of Fenrir Luga, plus a yellow level 6 with Pulse 1 and Text. And can blast DNA using Fenrir Luga or Kazuchimon, with the on-play and 1 Digivolving effect to hit 2 of your opponent's Digimon with minus 10,000 DP for the turn. And then while this has a tamer in its sources, you get to delete a 10,000 DP or less Digimon. And apologies for that fly, that has been living here for a while. Well, It also has the one attacking effect to trash their top security and activate its one digivolving effects again. Though, if I would have to compare this between the OG Takemi, I'd say OG still takes the cake, really. Though, this ends up being more fuel for thought, more along the lines for Pulsemon support. Again, that you're able to have a wider net using this. Well, continuing on. Let's continue to see what we got. New Hotmon, and then the new Beelzemon related option, Bonds of True of Love. And we end up seeing the new Beltmon, and a new red XVmon, a new BBmon, and then to go along with that, we end up adding to the device roster with Queen Device, being quite a good tech option to pick. Again, apologies. Given that, like all devices, this can be played out generically as long as you don't have another copy of itself already established on board. Nope. Following that, with the new Lugarmon, and we see the new Chronicle trait Ryudamon, a new Shoutmon ×5, and Cross 5, Ainmako and regular art, and from there, going into our foils, our first hit is the new Fenrir Lugamon, that's Seeker's trait. And going over the stat-wise again, 12 to hard play, Digivolves for 4 off of a level 5 red or yellow, or alternatively off of a Solugamon or any level 5 Seeker trait for 3 cost, is a scapegoat body now, and one Digivolving allows you to revive a level 4 or lower Sons of Chaos trait or Seeker's trait from trash to paying cost, and has the alternative effects when tamer cards are placed into the Digimon sources. You get to trigger his one Digivolving effects again, and then one of your Digimon may attack. And with this ends up being support for Fenrir Luga Takemi with the inheritable of all turns to grant whenever Digimon are deleted. If this Digimon is Fenrir Luga name, it gets to trash the top of opponent security. And, pure irony, we end up getting the immediate follow-up with the new Kazuchimon from BT20. Digitals, is 12 to hard play, and Digitals for 4 generically off of a level 5 purple or green, or alternatively off of any level 5 with pulse and text, or with a secret trait for a cost of 3. It is a fortitude body, which allows it to stick around longer, especially for your Takemi plays. Takemi Ace plays, really. And, has the one Digivolving to suspend down opposing Digimon Tamer, and having one of their Digimon Tamers unable to unsuspend until the end of their turn, and has the alternative effect of whenever Tamer cards are placed in its source, you get to trigger the one Digivolving effect again. Then it allows one of your Digimon to attack. And with the support this gives for Takemi being a recover 1 if it sees a stack card from your security stack being removed. Continuing on. And we end up furthering the device collection with Night Device. Following that, we end up getting Trinity Burst, a nice reference to the first Tamer movie, the new Punkmon, new Ballistamon, new Soulmon, new Leomon, new Solugarmon, new Groundramon, Black Sabbath, a new option for Heavy Mildramon, and then we see the new Greymon. And following that, we end up seeing the new Z Greymon, 12 cost to hard play. Digivolves for 3 generically off of a level 5 blue or black. And has play 1 Digivolving to de-Digivolve to 1 posing Digimon. Then, if the opponent has 2 or more Digimon, you get to balance one of their level 4 or lower Digimon to hand. You're not delete. You're able to play out a Blue Flare Crossheart trait with a play cost of 5 less from under your chambers, then save Zeke underneath, with Zeke granting in all turns plus 2000 DP buff. And following that, our next SR hit is the new Justmon GX. It looks pretty stunning for the basic art. Well, GX is a 9 hard play cost, and Digivolves generically for 6 off of a level 6 red or black, or alternatively DNAs with a level 6 Justmon name, with a level 6 Genku name, and can blast Digivolves instead of blast DNA. And well, has the on-play 1 Digivolving of an attacking effect to tuck a Royal Knight trait from trash as its bomb source, to then delete an opposing Digimon with as much or less DP than itself. With its 1 attacking effect to unsuspend itself, and then for every 2 Royal Knights underneath it, you're able to trash the top of your opponent's security stack. With this definitely seeing play in both Justmon and Royal Knights, given how much kill potential this card has. Well, continuing on. New Gargo, new Blipmon finally getting some love, and the new delay option for Examon, Unleash the Dragon Gene. We got new Mailbird, new Red Demi V-Egg for Virus Imperial, Starmons, and speaking of Virus Imperial, we get Emperor Dragon of Calamity as the option associated with it. Following that, more Liberator Ghostmon, new Loudmon, and then we finally hit the Chronicle Dorumon, focusing on the X-Evolution Dorumon. Following that, first foil hit from this pack, we am seeing the new Sistermon Awaken, who in all honesty works very well with Justmon, since from trash, well, is a 5 tar play, but alternatively Digivolves for 1 off of a Sistermon CL, or from trash, when any of your Digimon are played, you're able to make one of your Sistermon CL Digivolve into this card without the cost. It has the on-play 1 Digivolving effect to stun one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer. Then, end of all turns, she places her top stack as the top of security. And following that up, we end up getting the new ace for the Liberator Ghost deck, being Necromon, who's a 12 play cost to hard play. Digivolves 4 generically off of level 5 purple, has Sec +1, and has the new Execute keyword, which is pretty much a sort of better Vortex set, since you attack at the end of your turn, and this Digimon may attack, and then at the sorta. As this Digimon may attack, at the end of that attack, you end up deleting this Digimon, with this allowing you to attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. And, well, this ends up playing well in the fact that Execute pretty much plays into Ghost's own self-destructive effects that you benefits. And, well, on play 1 Digivolve, Necromon gets to delete the opponent's Digimon with the lowest level, and on play and on delete, and gets to play out a level 5 or lower Digimon with the Ghost trait from trash of paying cost. Another stellar hit from the right. Nope, continuing on. we have the new Viximon, new Ginryu Chronicle Ginryu, Kapuri again, new Dorulu, Soul again, Lugar, Soul Lugar, and then new Shoutmon, then Phantomon, and we finally hit the new Liberatormon. Ends up being a good searcher for the Heavy Meldramon. And for our first foil in this pack, we end up having the Dual Tamer, Codecracker Fang, and Hacker Judge, who is the 4 cost to play. And at the start of your main is passive memory gain, as long as your opponent has Digimon. And has the alternate effect. Whenever your Digimon are played or Digivolve, you may Mind Link with one of your Digimon with Pulse in its text or Sons of Chaos or Secret trait. And mind you, that wording ends up being, is a lot more easy to work with since it doesn't specify itself, since it just allows you to Mind Link generically. And it also is treated as AG or Leon, and given that it's both in AG and Leon, this ends up granting both of their known inherited effects when Mind Linked, granting both Alliance, Piercing, and Barrier to a stack. And following that up, we end up hitting the new Breakdramon. It is 12 to hard play, or generically Digivolves for 4 off of a level 5 green or red, or alternatively for a Groundramon or Wingdramon for 3. Locker Body, and is able to on-play 1 Digivolve, suspend 2 opposing Digimon or Tamers, then allows one of your Digimon to attack. And in all turns, whenever your Digimon with the Draco or Examon in their text deletes opposing Digimon battle, you get to further delete one of their suspended Digimon or Tamers. And this ends up being support for Examon with the alternative inheritable. Whenever any of your Digimon with Draco or Examon in text deletes opposing Digimon, you also are able to delete a suspended Digimon or Tamer. Next up is the next pack. Unleash the Dragon Gene, Night Device, Falco, Monodra, Year Rock Soul, Candle, Queen Device, and we end up hitting something new with the showcasing of Oblivionmon for the new as the new entry for SPmon. And following that up, we end up getting Bell NPC, new Renamon, and following that, first foil hit being the new BT20 Justmon, who is a level hard play, Digivolves for 3 generically off of level 5 red, and has the on-play 1 Digivolving effect to play out an Atho, Rene, and Poor token. That's a 6000 DP white Digimon with Blocker, Reboot, and Decoy for red and black. As well, if it sees any of your other Digimon being played, you get to delete a 1000 DP or less Digimon, and then one of your Digimon may attack. Which is an overall good point for both Justmon and Royal Knights, since, Justmon creates a body that's 6 Royal Knights, while in the Justmon deck, it ends up creating a token that ends up granting Decoy. And following that up, we end up hitting our next SR hit with the new Virus Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode. Going over it stat-wise, 13 to hard play, and Digivolves for 5 generically off of a level 5 red or purple, or Digivolves for 2 off of a Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode name. Is a Raid and Piercing body, which go hand in hand, and when Digivolving, ends up plaguing your opponent's Digimon and Tamers, as it pretty much prevents them from being played out by effects. And then while Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode is in this Digimon source, it immediately trashes the top of your opponent's security, which then goes hand in hand with its alternate effects, as when this sees imposing security stack being removed, it gets to delete one of their Digimon with as much as, or less DP than itself. Well, continuing on. Crabbax again. The new Shopmon Cross 4. Imp. And we end up paying the new Seadra X antibody. Growl. The Reaper Zone. Rapture Dramon. The new Wing Dramon. A new Cyber Dramon. Tail Dramon. And, well, finally hitting something new. For a new foil, we end up seeing Dorulumon's evolution with Jaeger Dorulumon. It's a 7-star play. Digitals for 4 generically off of a level 4 yellow or green, or Digitals for 3 over any level 4 crossart trait, and is able to be treated as Dorulumon for your Digicrosses. With the on-play 1 Digivolving effect to suspend one opposing Digimon, then until the end of their turn, when their Digimon can't activate 1 Digivolving effects or unsuspend. And on delete, you're able to place 1 Digimon with the Crossart Blue Flare trait from hand or trash under any of your Tamers. With Jaeger granting inheritable to your Crossart Digimon trait. And following that up, we end up getting to see the new Shoto Kazuma. This is a level 3-star play, and start your and has the ability to start your turn, start your main, to return himself to the bottom of the deck, to immediately play out another Shoto from hand with a paying cost. Then, if you don't have a Digimon board, you get to play out level 3 Digimon with the Avian or Bird trait from trash with a paying cost. With this definitely being used for the end of your turn effect, to suspend himself down, to then suspend opposing Digimon, and until the end of their turn, you get to boost up one of your Vortex Warriors with an extra 2000 DP. Well, that aside, now let's continue to finish up the right side. Well, new Loader Leo. Well, however, SP, new Strikemon, new Stingmon, Bonds of True Love, new Pixmons, and we end up paying for Dorumon. We end up seeing another new addition from the set, which definitely helps out for, Lennymon being Shademon as a composite trait Digimon. And following that up, we end up being introduced to Altea from Liberator. And following that up, we end up hitting the new Genkumon, who's definitely more suited for Justmon deck. And following that up, another SR hit, being the new Giga-Seadramon. As you already can notice, we saw a whole lot of Seadramon X Antibody stuff. This pretty much being the X Evo for Mel Seadra. Well, it is 13 hard play, Digitals 5 generically off of level 5 blue or black, and for cost 2 off of Mel Seadra is a Sec +1 reboot and blocker body, and on Digital when attacking, as long as it has Mel Seadra or X Antibody in source, you're able to play a level 5 lore from this Digimon's source without paying cost. And at the end of turns, whenever it sees any of your Digimon are played from sources, you get to Digital to one opposing Digimon. Which definitely plays real well for giving more fish to work with for aquatics. Finishing up our right side, Cordial Blue, new Bowhawk, Elbird, Blimp, and the new option related to Chaosmon, Singularity of Chaos. Following that up, Punk, Liam, Loudrum, Doru, a new Raidenmon, which ends up being Altea's secondary level 6, And following that, Oreo again. And to follow up that Oreo, we end up seeing the new Coda and Yuji Tamer, Dual Tamer. 5 costs to our play, and start your turn, sets your memory to 3. And during your turn, whenever one of your Chronicle trait Digimon attacks, you get to send this Tamer down, then have one of your Digimon in the field Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Chronicle trait with a reduced cost of 1, and is treated as both Coda and Yuji, and immediately plays itself out when checked in security. And all. Lastly, for the right side, let's see what we get. Yep, the entry again, a new Solarmon, Trinity Burst, Bulb, Ballista, new Savior Huck, Bulk, Gil again, Last Guardian, Imp, and we end up paying the new Sakuyamon. And following that up, PR need to go with the Queen of Tamer's Digimon TCG. We end up getting the new Digimon Blitzarm Ace, who is able to 6 play cost and Digivolves for 3 generically off of level 5 black, or for 1 cost off of Digimon Axle Arm or Critical Arm. And as the last Evo effect, in one hard played, one non-play in Digivolve, till the end of your turn, your opponent's turn, this Digimon gains blocker and becomes unaffected by opponent's Digimon effects. And on Digivolve and attacking, you get to trash 1 option card in the battle area to allow this Digimon to unsuspend. With this effect, pretty much being, well, being good anti-generic option, since it doesn't need to since it doesn't specify your option, so you're able to snipe out your opponent's delay options as well. And that's it for the right side. Now on to the left for this box. And we're back. And apologies as the camera died. Nope, after screwing around, let's get back into cracking into the right side. Well, so far with 1 ultra hit down, let's see what we get. And well, starting us off, we end up paying something new with the new Axel Chromon. And then following that, new D-Reaper support with Jerry, Baby Doe, red card, the new Liber Demimera, Nelfanto, new Bakemon, who's able to jump by the in-boots, Ground Drum, Huck, Luga, and we end up hitting the new Hisariamon. And following that up, we end up hitting a secret rare for the set. Well, one of the secret rares from BT20, being the news of Hagamon Ace as new Vortex Warrior support. And well, Zavaka Ace is an 8 play cost hard play. The Digivolves for 5 generically off of level 5 green. Or alternatively, can Digivolve for 1 over a Vortex Warrior that's play cost 10 or higher. Well, preferably, obviously, Zafagamon in this case. And well, it's a Vortex blocker piercing body, practically gaining effects from EX7 show, in all honesty, and has the alternate effect. Whenever any Digimon suspends, this Digimon may unsuspend, which allows it to CC itself to also do. And apologies again. Well, and has the on-play 1 Digivolving effect to then suspend 1 Digimon. Then for every 2 suspended Digimon, it gets to return 1 posing unsuspended Digimon to I'm suspended to the bot deck, and is also treated as a bird dragon type. And given its level 6, it's an overflow with -4. And that's 1 to the hits. That's continuing on. And speaking of that, if memory serves, leading up to it, I believe we're also guaranteed 1 sec once secret rare in a box again, just like 2.0. Though I'm still speculating on that. Well, continuing on, you can ping the new Chronicle options, Fellowship of Hope's Keep, which ends up being a searcher and a delay that plays into the archetype's gimmick. MEV, and then we end up pinging the Apostle of Doom Descends, being support for, surprise surprise, Death Exmon, as it pretty much gives an extra life, so to speak, to your Dextruga, as it allows you to cheat out Death X from trash as well. And then, continue on, Sparrow, QE, Pulse, XV, Ryuda, Kyria, and the new Taiki Kudo. And following that, the new Milgraymon, who definitely can see value, being able to send hard play with the 4 generic evolution cost off of a blue or black. Michio saves 2, and on play, gains Rush. And then when attacking, you Digivolve one opposing Digimon. Then you're able to Digivolve. Well, then it may Digivolve into a blue flare trait Digimon from under your Tamers, with the obvious Digicross conditions of blue Greymon with male Bergemon, and has the grants the end of Hacked Inheritable to play out a level 5 or lower Digimon with blue flare trait from under your Tamers. And following that up, we end up paying the next SR hit with the new iteration of Cool Boy from Liberators, who is a 4 hard play cost. And during your turn, whenever Digimon are played or Digivolve, if they have the X antibody, which not X antibody, the old Cool Boy build, if they have the Royal Knights traits, by suspending Cool Boy, you're able to draw 1, gain 1, like that old Cool Boy. And during your opponent's turn, whenever this sees one of your Digimon with the Royal Knight traits leave the battle area, you're able to play out Omegamon from hand with paying cost. Well, continuing on. Let's see what else we got. And well, we end up paying the new Corgemon Green, Gauss, Hop, Gargo, BB, Pina, Stormons, Black Sabbath. Finally, hitting the new Liberty SP, new Terrier, and surprise, surprise, we end up hitting the new Omegamon. That's Liberator Omegamon to be exact. It is a 5 hard play, is a blocker body, and on play allows you to, and on play, if it sees that you have 1 or fewer security cards, it's able to Digivolve up into Omni X from hand, ignoring evolution costs, and paying and ignoring requirements, with its mainstay being the fact that on delete, you get to place, well, you may place this Omegamon underneath your King Drazel, which ends up adding 2 King Drazel's cost reduction effects on your other Royal Knights. And with that on play being supplemented with the ruling text of Omega being treated as X antibody, and the inheritable effect being specifically for King Drazel, as during, while it's underneath raising, if it sees the security stack being removed by suspending Yggdrasil, you're able to play Omegamon from the Digimon sources while paying the cost. And to follow that up, we end up paying the new Genku X antibody, who, in my opinion, is the better Genku variation, since, well, although you don't really get the D1 Digivolving effects in Royal Knights, during your opponent's turns, you get a global reboot and blocker to your Sysmon and Royal Knight traits. And then while under GX, it ends up being granting that effects more globally. Well, continuing on. Let's see what we get going forward. Emperor Dragon of Calamity, Vixie, Ginyu, Capri, Dorulu, Seadra X, Jerry, Bell PC, the new Blue Flare Gray, and the option related to Necromon being Apparition Legion. Following that up, you end up seeing the new Purple Wormmon for Virus Imperial, and following that up, the new Takato Matsuki for Gallantmon. Well, continuing on, and I believe, still believing in the fact that we have one more All-Star kit. Let's continue. Cordra Green, Leah, Limp, Punk, Recipe, Chrome, Bellhook, and then we end up paying the new Dino Beam, Phantom, Lumina, and we end up paying the new BT20 Alphamon with the Chronicles trait. And well, to our play, and visuals for 3 generically off of a level 5 black or yellow has barrier, and on play 1 Digivolve, you get to recover 1. Then if you evolve mid-attack, you get to make one Digimon in the raising area Digivolve into level 6 or lower, Chronicle trait from hand or trash with a paying cost, and it has the useful All Turns effect if it sees a stack being cards from security stack removed. You get to hit one of your opponent's Digimon with minus 8000 DP for the turn. Apologies again. And well, has the All Turns effect to grant Oryuken with practically barrier. And following that up, and we end up seeing the criminal herself for the community being the very infamous Talmon Ace, who is 5-star play cost and Digivolves for 3 generically off of level 4 yellow. Can blast Digivolve and has the very powerful on play 1 Digivolving to effect of if it's your turn, allows you to use a single color play cost 5 or lower option from hand when paying cost, while being Digivolved or played, well, mostly Digivolved into on the opponent's turn. Hits opposing Digimon with Sec -1, and the ability can't activate when Digivolving effects. And again, is another level 5 with Hellbomb, granting you one attacking, minus 4000 DB in Hairball on one opposing Digimon. Well, wasn't really expecting to see that War Criminal. Well, that's continuing on with the pulls from this box. Pina, Kravex, Ballista, Phantom, Belt, Bonds of True Love, Strike Drum, Oblivion, Ghost, Ainako, then seeing the new Yuki Tamer, being the, Memory Tamer for Himmeldramon, and has the end of your turn effect. While you sit at 4 of your cards in hand, you get to spin her down, then allow one of your Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait to attack the player. And well, pure irony, our immediate next SR hit ends up being the new Heavy Meldramon Ace. Sent to hard play, and is play Digitals for 4 off of level 5 purple red, or alternatively any level 5 Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon for a cost of 3. And on play in 1 Digivolving, you trash cards until you have 4 left. Then you get to play out 1 8000 DP or lower Digimon from trash, and then for each card this effect trashed, you end up subsequently losing 2000 DP from that DP maximum. But all turns, grants all your Dark Dragon and Evil Dragon trait Digimon with Rush and Blocker with an additional plus 2000 DP. Which definitely sees some use, given its standing as, well, another well, as an ace within Heavy Militramon. Following that, continuing on. Yep, and I sort of, well, spoil myself. And, well, let's continue going through. Fellowship of Hope's Keepers, Zolugar, Trinity Burst, Monodraw, Falco, Queen Device, Apostle of Doom Descends, Reno, V, Shout, and we end up paying the new Dracomon, and following that up, we end up paying the Alt Art for War Growl Ace from the set. Oh, 5 to our play. Digitals for 3 generically off of low 4 red. And on play 1 Digivolving. Delete up to 3000 DP total worth of opponent's Digimon. Then for each your opponent's Digimon, you get to add 2000 DP to the DP deletion effects maximum. Then for each Digimon this deleted, you get to gain 1 memory back, which ends up being quite useful to drop and just simply steal turn. You know, given it's level 5 with Inheritable, or level 5 ace with Inheritable, it grants the Inheritable all turns to add additional 3000 DP to the stack's DP deletion effects maximum. Being in line with the whole Galamon's effect line. Well, that ends up being our second Alt Art hit for this box. Let's continue on. And let's see what we get continuing on. Quarter Blue, Bulb, Red Card, Deep Reaper Zone, Shout, Cross 4, Night Device, Raptor Drum, and then finally hitting King Device, Leo, Mantra Leo, the new Henry Wong, and Yuki again. Got the last 4 for this box. Let's continue on. Hop, Saberhawk, Bulk, Sting, Candle, QB, Growl, and we end up hitting Reapermon, sorry. With this, in all opinions, being an ace killer, for lack of a better term, during your turn, since Reapermon can practically immediately de-digivolve when it sees an opponent pretty much ace blast digivolving during your turn, and you immediately gain the overflow before they even get to trigger that aces when digivolving effects. Then Shout times 5 again, Grade, GSX again, and Genkumon. Down to the last 3 from this box. And that's a bad rip. Let's go a bit faster. Baby Draw. And Reaper again. And, well, following that Jaeger Duralum, we end up hitting the new Ultra Ballista, which ends up being Ballista's evolution in the manga. And following that up, for another SR hit, we finally hit the Alphamon or Yukon Ace, which I definitely looking forward to use, since it's a 9 hard play cost and evolves for 6 generically off of level 6 red, black, and yellow, and can DNA, well, has the DNA conditions of a level 6 black plus a level 6 yellow or red, and can blast DNA using Alpha and Norumon, and has the on-play 1 Digivolving. Want to hit one of your opponent's Digimon with minus 15,000 DP, and then if you DNA'd, you get to trash your opponent's top security and recover 1. And has the alternates effect. If it sees the security being removed, you get to gain 3 memory back. Which definitely will be seeing use in Oricon decks, and even Royal Knights. Well, continuing on. That was a pretty solid rip. Let's blaze through this one a bit faster. Malgary again, and Alphamon again. And on to the last pack from this box. Yep, spelling myself again. Faster, and we finally hit something new in the form of the new Mega Seadra X. And to round us off, we end up getting a pair to World Growl X Alter with the regular art for Growl X Ace. Yep, World Growl Ace. So, excuse me. Nope, that's it for the first box. Let me clean up as we go into the second. And all cleaned up. Now on to the next box. Well, so far, and hits so far have been pretty much normal. So far, as well, as I previously mentioned, in the nature of the special booster, we are likely guaranteed one of the secret rares from the set. You know, getting onto it. And then for the promo pack, we end up getting Tagato, Rio, and the Altered Calamon. And then update pack, we end up hitting the Nature Spirits Pro Magnamon, and we end up hitting the new support for Three Musketeers with the new Advantage Kidmon promo. Then, now onto the Lucky Pack, and I actually forgot to mention this. The Lucky Pack also has the chance to hit one of the secret rares as well. And from the looks of it, we don't hit the check, as we end up getting one copy of Cool Boy. Nope. Will likely be speeding along this time. And only stopping for anything new. Yep. Zedrex. And we're back again. And apologies again, as the camera ended up getting accidentally toggled off. Nope. Let's get back to it. Yep, and that was such a bad rip. Oh, blazing through. Fairy Lugo, and then the criminal herself again. And let's keep going. Fairy Lugo again, and Kazuchi again. Let's keep going faster. And for something new, we end up hitting the new Virus and Pulodramon Dragon Mode Ace. Send hard play, and for generically off of a level 5 purple or red, DNA is using a level 5 purple and level 5 red. Combust DNA using Dino B and Paildramon names, and then on play when digivolving, it deletes opposing Digimon with 11,000 DP or less. And then if you DNA, you get to digivolve into fire mode for free. And we end up hitting Necromon again. Nope, continuing on. Trying to avoid spoilers. Genki again, and Following that, we end up hitting some Pokemon Ace again. And I'm getting sleeve for that now. And let's continue. Going all the way to the back. Code Carter Fang. And then Breaker Digimon again. Yep. And then just rearrange the pile. Get our stars out. And let's continue. Well, nothing new note to see here. Henry Wong. And we end up hitting Heavy Metal Dramon again. Carrying on. Yep. Let's avoid spoilers. Rika. And let's arm again. Yep. Near Draloom and Shoto Kazuma. Yep. Add that again. And continuing on. Oreo again. And then Koda and Yuji again. Last two from the right. Let's see if we could hit any alterts that as we end off the right. Kazuchi again. And Virus Fighter mode again. And continuing on. Hitting Omega. And, oh, for first alter, we end up hitting the alternate art for Giga Siegmon. Well, as usual, saving that up. And that's it for the right side. Now on to the left. Nope, that's already the secret and one alt art hit. Let's see what we get continuing on. Nope. Expediting faster. Make again. And Genku X again. Continuing on again. Skipping. And Worm and Takado. Let's get faster. Shoto and Orican Ace again. Yep, let's avoid spoilers as much as possible. And we end up getting something new with the new Slayer Digimon, who's pretty much the same set-wise as Breaker Drum, and has Piercing and the on-play 1 Digivolving, trashing 3 sources of opposing Digimon, then delete a no source one. The alternates, granting when your opponent's security stack gets removed, it allows one of your Dracomon or Examon text to unsuspend, while the inheritable grants a Draco or Exa in text protection from effect deletion, effect removal, by pretty much giving it evade. And following that, we end up hitting War Growl Ace again. And continuing on. Are you? And then Fenrir Luga Ace in the regular art. Moving on. Pushing back to up. Henry and Yuki. Again. On to the next. Yep. Just X. And for other final alternate hint, we end up getting the alternate art for Shoto Kazuma from the set. Nope, sleeving him up. And that's a bit for our high-rarely pulls now. Let's see what we end up finishing up on. Just X. And Genku again. Metal Green, and Alpha again. Yep, launching the back at me myself again. And down to the last three. Pushing it up faster. Metal Green, and, well, we end up filing something new. With the SR Chaosmon Boulder Arm as well. Going over stats, 15 to do hard play, digitals for 5 generically off of level 6 yellow or green. DNA is using a yellow 6 plus a green or black level 6. Has sec +1 and has partition yellow level 6 and green or black level 6. And has the one Digimon effect for each level 6 Digimon underneath. You get to spend one of your opponent's Digimon and gain 1 memory per. Then it ends up preventing all of your Digimon, the blanket effect of preventing your opponent's Digimons or Tamers from no longer activating on play effects or on being able to unsuspend until the end of their turn. Which definitely sees good support for Chaosmon. Oh, and then the last two. Let's see what we end up getting as we round off this unboxing. Slowing it down. New hint, and the new Mega Gargomon, who's just pretty much a big beat stick, really. And then Dracomon again. And on to the final pack. Pushing everything back. Yep. Oh, Cicerone Awakened, Ciel Awakened. And we end off with the new Beelzone Blast Mode Ace, who's an 8-star play, digitals for 5 generically off of level 6 purple, or alternatively, digitals for 4 off of a level 6 Beelzone name. Has the on-play 1 Digitwolfing to delete 1 opposing level 6 to lower Digimon, and then for every 10 cards trash, you get to, well, if you are sitting at 10 or more cards in trash, you get to delete any Digimon. And well, it also has the very useful 1 attacking effect to, when attacking, by returning 10 non-Digi cards from trash to top deck, you're able to trash your opponent's top security, which definitely plays well with Beelzemon's old strategy. Well, that's it for the second box. Now on to the overview. And on to the overview to close us out. Overall, from box 1, we end up getting pretty standard pull, being the 2 alt SRs, and box 2 being a low roll, being an alt SR and an alt rare, with both yielding 1 secret rare each, as it's guaranteed, as seen from these recent special booster sets to speed up global unification. And again, this is the current largest card pool seen in the game's history, as, well, going through my pulls already between the two boxes, I didn't end up ending off with all full playset of each common. But then again, this release finally, well, puts the international player base up to speed with the JP releases, as going forward, well, the global releases will be global, as well, with BT21 marking the first unified set. And, well, and with that, this has been my unboxing of Special Booster 2.5. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this around to help with the algorithm. As up next, we'll likely be diving into the emerging meta during this 2.5 format. You know, this is Cybertron, signing off.